Let's do this. Welcome, game developers, to Doug Teaches Ue4 mini tutorials. Yes. Can't believe you're doing this at 4 in the morning. What? I'm getting my second vaccine shot today, so besides I have other errands to run, so I gotta wait. So I have to wake up early in the morning. Anyway, so now I got rid of this. Well, yeah, let's get rid of. So first thing we're gonna do, because I gotta clone this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this, because in this episode, the AI is going to be following us, as well as we're going to give it squad commands. Well, they were already following us, yeah, but we're going to actually make it a little smarter. So let's go in here, and let's delete you, and you. Yes, and well, and you. And you, fuck it. In fact, let's get rid of this entire batch. I don't necessarily need, this was just experimentation. Okay, so the other thing you'll probably notice is when I zoom in, I made the character small again. I made the character 111 instead of 11.25. There was some, I was holding off initially on why the character was so small, so I'll expand on this right now. The reason why the character is so small is because whenever you're doing a massive multiplayer game, it's important that you keep the scaling super tiny. See, the thing is, the bigger your game is, the longer it's going to take to render. The longer it's going to take to render, the more space it's going to take up on the hard drive. This is a lesson that I learned the hard way, too, when I did Ninjas vs. Robots. The flight level was actually everything was life-size, and the game ended up being like 10.5 gigs, and that's just compressed. So you want to keep the characters small. You want to keep everything small. So I'm going to keep this small as is. Now, if you're wondering, wait a minute, Doug, how the hell do I resize this? We can't scale it. No, you can't, because it's the default scene room. But you can fuck with the capsule height and radius. So keep that in mind. Now, you can't find this squad 2 because I deleted those two variables. So let's get rid of those. And then let's just plug that into here. Alright. So now, all the AI does is follow me. Why are you floating? Honestly, it's because of, you just want to, you're going to have to fuck with the mesh. So, if you uncheck this, which allows you to snap, just move this down a little bit. You can move the rest down, you can move like the other capsules and stuff like that. But yeah, something like that. That's good. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that with the AI too. Let's move this down to here. See what happens. Compile, play. Yeah, it's good. Alright. Now, in the event graph, let's get all vectors of class. This will be Astra Militarum Infantry. We're going to get a copy, and then we're going to promote this to a variable. I'm going to say player reference. We're going to have is squad 1 is squad 2 order given. I can't spell given. Good job, Doug. Now we're done with here. We're done here in here so far. In here, however, we need to set is squad 1. Set that to true. And you set is squad 2. That's true. Put that in here. Now, if you're wondering how the AI just goes to, like, stays within the billboard locations, we have two options of doing that. We can either attach it to something. We can either attach an actor and basically put it in place of the billboard, or we could use move to location instead of AI move to. So what I mean by that is, let's do a sequence here. This. We're gonna say on here is squad 1. We're gonna branch this out. On true, we have to make sure order is given, or if order is not given. If this squad member is true, but an order hasn't been given yet, we want to use. Let's make sure that we're gonna get the player ref. We're gonna get the billboard. Good. Waypoint, because the billboard's called waypoint, right? We're gonna get world location. Okay. We're gonna say is equal to. We're gonna say equal vector. See, okay, so basically what we're gonna ask is if we're outside of the vector's range. So what I mean by that is, let's move this out. Plug U into B, and then plug this in, and then get actor location, and that's going to be a reference. We're going to get a reference to ourself. What's the radius? Let's say 100 units. What? Close that. You're watching The Simpsons? Oh, yeah, excuse me. So, if we're within range, do nothing. If we're outside of that range, however, we want to use move to location, simple move to location or actor. Is going to be asking for our controller. We're going to say get AI controller, and what's the controlled actor? It's going to be ourself. And where's the location? Well, we're going to plug that in here. Goal actor is going to be. Oh wait, no, we don't even need it. And that should do it. So essentially what we can do now is basically copy this, paste it in here, move this down, but instead of squad 1, we want squad 2. Can't we just put all this in the false category? You can. It's just I want it to look semi-clean. Okay. What? Why are you moving so fast? Why is everything zipping? Well, because we're small. Now, and they're moving to that one's my fault. Instead of waypoint 1, we got to make this waypoint 2 or waypoint 1. Get waypoint 1. So that way they're moving around. There we go. Why are they not moving? Well, I mean, they're not walking, yeah. Well. Alright, let's use AI move 2 then. I'm at work, yeah. At least then it'll walk. At least then the walk cycle will actually activate. A job wasting time. Not necessarily. You can use that. You can use that all you want. Anyway. I move. Come on. Oh my god. Can I please spell proper? Jesus. Opponent is going to be self. Let's get the player reference. So the where is equal to 100. Destination is going to be the world location of our waypoint. On fail, just do that. Yeah. Well, I'll just go back to checking here because we have to tell it to do something when an order is actually given. And on success, we'll do something afterward. Let's put this up here. Plug you in. Pawn is going to be self. Player rep's already been used. World location is going to be that. And do that. And we'll check what to do on success later. So on success, set actor rotation. Target is going to be self. No, not select. Okay. And then we're just going to get actor rotation on success. Boom. Let's do the same thing here. So that way they're facing what we're facing. Cool? Yeah. And we're going to get that strafe up and running. But right now, let's actually give some orders. So how we're going to do that is we're going to use a line trace. Whatever we hit, we tell that particular AI that the order has been given. So we're going to use Z for one for this first squad member, and X for the other. So let's get rid of this pointer because that's important. So I'm going to type in Z. I'm going to type in X. Come on, where are you? X. I'm going to type in X key. There you go. So on Z, we do line trace by channel. Okay. So in our viewport, you might have noticed this. I clicked on the camera. Excuse me. Then on Add Components, I made an arrow. And then I just moved it to be in front of this dude. It's a child of this arrow is a child of the camera. So, and I just moved it in front of the infantryman. So I'm going to get the arrow. I'm going to get world location. That'll be its start point. Then I'm going to get the camera. Get forward vector. I'm going to multiply this by a float. And the float, I'll just say 2,000 for the range. If it's 2,000 meters or something like that, you know what I mean? Right. I'm going to add these two together because that's what you're supposed to do. And then I'll plug this into the end location. From there, I'm going to break the hit result. Why don't you turn the light on? Nah. But we want to branch it out on a blocking hit. Well, technically speaking, we don't necessarily need this. We want the location. We want to take that and we want to promote it to a variable. This would be called pointer. Pointer 1. So Z will be for member 1, X is going to be for member 2. We want to take that, and we want to set order goverb order given. We want to set that to true. And on X, we basically do the same thing here. But instead of member 1, we use member 2. Yep. Huh, you know what I just realized? Member sounds like your penis. Exactly. Set or... Dude, you might as well just turn on the light. I want to fucking turn on the light. It involves me getting out of bed and doing a lot of work. Fuck you. You're not... Oh yeah, what do you call this? This is a tutorial. So... oh no. We are not done. We have to get rid of this. Why? We don't want to overload pointer 1. We have to have another pointer. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're going to promote this to a variable. And this will be pointer 2. We also want to tell it to form up. Well... Yeah, okay, let's do that. So, C for form up. For fuck. Thank you. So we take this and take that. We control W, and we just set them to false. Set them to false. Now, what do we do here? You might be asking yourselves. Well, what we can do is we're going to need to basically say, okay, once if this is true. Oh, not here. We want to since order is given is true. We want to use move to. Simple move to the yeah, let's use simple move to location. Controller will be get AI controller. I want to see what happens if I get controller. I don't know if AI can. Anyway, whatever. Self. I wonder if that actually would do something. You know, I always used get AI controller, but whatever. We're going to get player reference. This is squad 2, so we need pointer 2. Get pointer 2. And I'm just going to plug that into goal. And let's paste this up here. Let's move this event play. Let's move this begin play out. Overlap can eat me. Let's move this up here. Instead of pointer 2, we need pointer 1. Get pointer 1. And go there. Okay, so they're following me. Z. It's going there. X. It's going there. And now they're not following me because we told them to go to position. Now let's hit C to form up. As you can see, they're coming back to me. Nice. Yeah. How do we tell them to hold position or something like that? Oh, you... So, like, let's say, if you wanted to do something like that, let's V key. Really? Yeah, I'm spelling V... Oh. Yeah, I'm spelling... Okay then. Thank you. Uh, so, what you would do if that's the case is, let's get actor location. Okay. And then from there you would set pointer 1. Oh, okay, yeah. And then do the same thing with for pointer 2. And then you just say orders given, pretty much. Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's do that. Set order to true. And then set order to true. And I gotta fuck with that walk speed. I'll do it later. And this is the V key, right? Okay, so let's test this out. They're holding position. Nice. Let's do Z. X. Form up. Did I form up? Hey, form up. Oh, wait, no, because I was hitting... Oh, my God, I'm an idiot. Wow. I was hitting V instead of C. Now, turn on the light. Fuck, no. You're just being stubborn. C, V. C, there we go, yeah. V. Z. X. Oh, that's weird. C. That's weird. That's really weird. Huh. I'll have to look into that. Z. X. C. V. And they're holding position. I'll have to look into that. What happened? I don't know. It could be nothing, but I think think they went to they went to the wrong spots that I told them to. Yeah, they went. Yeah, what's he doing there? Yeah, they're going. Why there? I'll look into that later. Could be because of. I think it's because of the arrow component. Really? Maybe. Could be because of the... no, it might be because of the line trace itself. Remember, 2,000 meters, 2,000 units away, so it's going to the closest possible spot. That could be it. What I mean, this is your range, so if something's outside of its range, it's trying to go where it can, I guess. So I'll have to look into that on my own time, but for all intents and purposes, this part of the tutorial is done. Now, let's actually have it so that way we start to... We're going to go into the atom blueprint, the atom class. And we'll fix the collision stuffs later on, just not now. Right now, let's have it so that way when you're aiming, like, your bones are rotating, and I need to get up. Will you turn on the light? For fuck's sake! Ugh. Turn on the goddamn light. Fucking frick. Let me turn on the light and shit. Let's start this dude strafing. So to do that, we have to get the velocity, which we did. From there, we can use a little something called calculate direction. Now, the target is going to be the well, we can use self, so that's not the end of the world. We do want to get the pawn owner and get actor rotation. And then we'll move this into here. And then from there, we want to set the side-to-side speed. Let's compile. Now let's try this out. Did not work. Why did you not work? What? Let's check that out. Moving forward, side to side. 600. Vertical axis, horizontal axis. Let's go to the blueprint. Let's go in here. Now! Wait, what? Oh, right. That's going to. Moving forward, side to side. Since set. Huh. Craft. Cast to astronaut. Well, can't cast it to ourselves. Well, that's what we're doing. We're literally casting to ourselves. Maybe it is working, and I'm just no, it's not working. Damn it! And so that would work. That's what you do. Calculate the direction, use the base rotation, and then set the horizontal speed. I'm supposed to get that, get the actual rotation, put it into the base rotation, and then fuck it. Pausing the video. You know, that sounds like a good idea, and I could go take I could go use the bathroom too. Alright everyone, welcome back. So, I looked into it, and yeah, I'm gonna have to find out about strafing on my own time, because it just wasn't strafing. Well, at the very least, let's rotate the bones so that way when we're aiming up and down, we tilt. So I'm gonna add this sequence, right? Oh, God, I needed that shower. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the pawn owner. And we're going to say cast to... I wonder if we can just straight up get the control rotation. Yeah, we can get the control rotation. So that way, instead of casting it to our character, we can automatically... Well, I'll try. The control rotation. We want to break the rotator. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me on this one. We're gonna take the roll, right? We're gonna subtract it. But like the X has to be in the B. 360. With the pitch, we need to multiply that by a float, and that float's gonna be -1. Okay, and the yaw is going to see if it's greater than another float, and that's 180. What? Yeah, and then from there we need to select a float. This goes into A, this goes into B, and the branch will go into C. Now, I'm trying to remember what this is about. Essentially, you have a 360-degree movement, right? We take that and because the Y. Alright, so let's go into here. Okay, so the X, right? You see how it's pointing to the left? Right. Yeah. So that's going to be asking. Okay, so this is 360 degrees. If we're moving forward, are we greater than or less? Or are we greater than 180? So if we multiply by -1, obviously we're not going to be. We're going to be flipped. Okay, I think I get it. This is for the rotation of the bones. So, so since this is 360 degrees, if we're going by -1, oh, okay, I think I get it. Yeah, I know. It's yeah. And then from there, we want to make a rotator based on the X because we're going to be rotating up and down. So yeah, I know it's weird. From there, you can just promote to a variable, but I already have one here called spine rotation. So I'm just going to type in spine, set spine rotation. Then from there, I'm just going to plug this into U. I think this is, I want to see if we can get control rotation rather than actually casting it to the character itself. Because that way I can save time. I don't have to do this twice. So anyway. No, we can't. So, okay, we have to... Alright, fair enough. We do have to cast it. So we do have to cast it. Yep. So we have to cast to Astra Militarum Infantry. So this gets plugged into you. This gets plugged into you. And we basically have to control W this entire batch of code. Oh, really? Yeah. I was hoping to save time, but whatever. Okay, so instead of that, bam, we have to say get squad member. Squad members. Boom, and then boom. Well, alright, fine. Is that another pin then? Why not do it with cast fail? Technically speaking, you're not. Yeah, I know, but like, this is just fuck it. Okay. So compile. What source was visible? Ignore, but ignore. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. What? No. Okay, so the reason why there's this big gap, we'll get to that. We're actually going to get to that now. See, what we need to do from here, from this point onward, is we have to tell it to rotate the spine bones. Well, which spine bones are there? We'll get to that in a bit. So we want to drag this out. We want to type in local to component, right? And then from there, we want to transform modify bone. We're going to have to do this like 3 times because there are 3 spine bones. The rotation is going to be set to spine rotation. Now, if we click on this, it's going to be asking, okay, so what bone are we going to modify? For this one, it's going to be spine. We're going to do spine. As you can see, we have 3 spine bones. And then from there, we want to basically, on rotation, you see where it says ignore? We want to basically add to existing. The other 2 we can ignore because we don't need to do anything with them. So let's paste this twice. But we also have to make sure that the spine that we have to, so it's going to be spine 1, and this is going to be spine 2. So component, nope. And this goes into here. Now you think that we could be just say like, oh cool, we could just plug this in. We can't. We can't. No. We have to do local to component. Really? Why? It's just how. Because the blue. What? Because this is blue. Oh, wait. I don't understand. Yeah, it has to. Yeah, it has to like. Oh, we have to convert it. No. So we have to say local to component. Component to local. Excuse me. Now, if we were to compile, so let's try this out. As you can see, we're tilting up and down. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so now that's done. In the next tutorial, we will actually tell the AI to attack hostile targets. We will tell the AI to prioritize certain targets. So we will actually scan for what we're hitting. So if, like, let's say you hit, like, your line trace hits an actor or something like that. We'll just say that. We'll actually like spawn another actor just to like give you some form of visualization as to where the AI is gonna go, etc., etc. So yeah. Also, go to madheadhouse.com. And if you like this video, please like, comment. I gotta stop saying please. If you like, comment, and subscribe for more. Because that's, I gotta stop at saying please because the marketing person was all like, yeah. Anyway, and here, narrator. And there you have it, game designers and boppers. Tune in next time for Doug Teaches Ue4. Always remember that only the faithful will have the Emperor's protection.